Shopping for car insurance is confusing. Holy cow.
Great. Now we have a cow in our kitchen. Why did you say that?
Because I don't know what coverage to choose.
So just say the State Farm jingle. A State Farm agent can go over all your options with you and help choose coverage that meets your needs. Dude, cow, could you move?
Like a good neighbor, State Farm is there.
Visit Amber Kramer at State Farm Insurance in Rock Springs at 906 Stewart Drive.
When my patients are happy, I'm happy.
I was exercising, and I could not continue to do the full rotation of my shoulder like I once had.
Dawn had a rotated cuff tear in her shoulder. It's a very common diagnosis that people get as they get older.
I've not experienced a surgeon like Dr. Allred. He is just very thorough, very patient, very kind.
I think there's no reason to go to a bigger town when you have the expertise right here in your backyard.
Are you a do-it-yourself junkie tickled by all things auto? Then toot your horn for Bridgerland Car Quest. We're your one-stop spot for every repair and maintenance quest. Find us parked at 24 Meadow Street, Mountain View, 73 US 30, Diamondville, Wyoming, or 2400 Foothill Boulevard, Rock Springs. Can't find a wrench? We're at your end of the phone at 307-786-2400. Made for DIYers, located for convenience, Bridgerland Car Quest. We're where you need us when you need us.
And welcome to the 4A West Regional Basketball Tournament hosted in Rock Springs this season, so your Tigers do not have to go very far. It is the first game of the tournament for the Rock Springs boys side. Yeah, normally we're used to starting off with the girls game. No doubleheader today. We do have a game in between this boys matchup and the girls' first game of the regional tournament. And it's a tough test for these Rock Springs Tigers this afternoon as they open up their tournament against the Evanston Red Devils. This is a team, they split the series in the regular season. Evanston getting a narrow 2-point win in Evanston early in the season in the first week of conference action. But when the game returned to Rock Springs a bit later on in the season, it was much more in favor of the Tigers as they took the win by a final score that time of 67-54. And again, Evanston won by 2 in the middle parts of January, 61-59. So these two teams have split the regular season series, but come into this one on essentially even terms. It's a fresh season in this postseason. And you never can take any game for granted. This is one that's really tough to read just on paper. These are two very good teams, similar records. Evanston coming into the tournament at 12-9, a 4-2 conference record. The Tigers come into this one. They ended the regular season with a 10-9 overall record and also 4-2, so in conference play. So very similar performing seasons for the Tigers and the Red Devils. But it all comes down to this regional tournament. You got to win 2 before you lose 2. The winner of this one playing tomorrow evening at 6:45 against Natrona County. Natrona just got a big win over Evanston in the game preceding this one. Lost track of where I put my brackets. They were hiding around here somewhere. There we go. Looking at the bracket. Earlier today, Kelly Walsh defeating Natrona County on the girls' side. Kelly Walsh defeating Jackson, setting up a matchup with Natrona County as the Natrona Phillies defeated Evanston's girls' team earlier this morning. And then, just like you heard there, first game of the boys' bracket is over with, and Natrona County defeating Jackson. But we are just about ready to get starting lineups. I don't think in this setting that we're going to go to national anthem or anything like that like we normally do in this tournament setting. Evanston will be in the white jerseys this afternoon. Rock Springs in the black and orange. Not anticipating anything too wild in terms of starting lineups for, at least for the Tigers. Their starting 5 has been pretty well set in stone for most of this season. We'll see if that changes. But from what I'm seeing on the Tigers bench, so far, so good in terms of the Tigers starters. We'll see who gets announced first. Starting lineups about to get underway. Starting with Evanston. Jordan Mendez will be the first starter announced, followed by Riker Lind. Jay Hill up next. Riker Pace, the final starter announced. And in between, that's Clayton Cook getting the final starting nods. And the lights go down. The spotlights come out as we're about to get the starting lineup for your Rock Springs Tigers, opening up their home regional tournament. Just about ready to get this one started. Up first, the Tigers' leading scorer in his senior year, Samuel Lionberger, up first. Followed by another senior, an experienced side, Savon Thomas, next starter. You guessed it, another senior, Andrew Moneyhunt. Followed by the youngest player on the roster, Boston James, a sophomore. And finally, Sam Eddy, one more senior, rounding out the starting five for these Rock Springs Tigers. So we've got our starting five out on the court for both sides. Again, the Tigers in the black jerseys this afternoon instead of their normal home whites. Evanston technically listed higher on the bracket. Evanston, the 2 seed out of the Southwest. Meanwhile, the Tigers, the 3 seed out of the Northwest. Again, I find it baffling that we're considered in the, and something, a technical free throw to start the game. I'm unsure what happened, folks, but Evanston is shooting free throws to start off this contest. A technical foul issued early. Folks, I didn't see it, but both free throws miss, and Evanston will have the basketball on offense to start the game. My friends, I did not see where the technical came from, but Evanston does not get anything on it as Mendez misses both free throws, so good news there for the Tigers. But we'll get things started. It will be Evanston basketball. No opening tip here as it's inbounded to Hill, and we're getting things started. Day one of the 4A West Regional Tournament. Lind over on the far side will get it down low to Pace. Now kicks it over to the far left side, finding Mendez, who had to leap for that one, runs into a double team. Kick out to the right corner. 3-point shot, pump fake, driving in for two. No good, but an offensive foul is called. Tigers will get the ball back as Riker Lind picking up his first foul of the contest. So inbound pass tipped away and out of play. Still with Rock Springs, but Mendez hopping in front and batting that one outside. So nothing coming out of whatever the technical foul was. I'll have to see if I can dig around and find out what exactly happened. It must have happened maybe in the starting lineup announcements or as fans were getting hyped up. I'm not really sure. A travel going against Samuel Lionberger as he gets past half court. So both sides empty on their opening possession. I want to take a moment to shout out SVI for helping get us out on the video stream for these regional tournaments. NFHS has been messing with everybody for years, and funny enough, NFHS terminated their agreement with Star Valley yesterday. So a big shout out to Star Valley for pulling together some local funding, and I'll be sure to shout out those businesses in Star Valley that helped get us out over the air, because it was certainly not cheap to let this happen. But big shout out to SVI and a big shout out to the folks in Afton for helping us get this stream out. Andrew Moneyhunt's 3-point shot blocked, and it goes back to Evanston. We remain a 2-0 lead in favor of Evanston, but stolen away. Moneyhunt getting in front of it, and a kick is called against the Red Devils. I apologize while I was talking about SVI. Evanston secures the opening 2 points. I believe it was Riker Lind who got it. But it is a 2-0 Evanston Red Devil lead early on in the first. Ball with Savon Thomas. Will dribble his way past half court, goes to Moneyhunt. Now with Boston James. Driving into the low post, back to the free throw line. Sam Eddy bullies forward, shot no good, but Lionberger boxes out, keeps the ball with Rock Springs. Fade away jumper, no good. Rebound by Eddy, and Sam Eddy ties the ball game at 2 apiece with the putback layup. The battle on the glass has been big for Rock Springs all season, and we get a blocking foul going against Sam Eddy right at the top of the key. Eddy will pick up his first. The team will get their second. Lind handling the inbound for the Red Devils. Long backwards pass back to Pace on the defensive side. Now with Jay Hill. Working past the timeline, stops at the logo, dishes left. Now back up top to Pace. Will go right to Mendez. 2 minutes gone in the first, tied at 2. Kick out left. Pump fake 3. Lind driving down low, passing to Pace, and he'll get 2 off the glass to break the deadlock. 4-2 Evanston. Tigers looking to respond on offense with Savon Thomas. Getting down low, passing up top, Money Hunt. Pump fakes the 3, bouncing to no one, some miscommunication. Stolen back, down low, 2 points off the glass and 2 more for the Red Devils. That's Hill getting his first taste of the action as Evanston now leads 6-2. 5:25 left in the first. A bit of a slow start for these Tigers. Loser of this game will play against Jackson to keep their season alive tomorrow morning. The winner plays at 6:45 against Natrona County in the semifinal round. Ball gets batted out along the baseline, remains Tigers ball, inbounded to Sam Eddy. Now it's Savon Thomas off the screen from Eddy, gets only as far as the top of the key, dribbles back a few more steps. Working to the free throw line and draws a foul right before he puts up the shot. So the shot will not count, but a foul will go against the Red Devils, their first assessed foul of the contest. Foul on Cook, his first, Evanston's first. High inbound, back to Savon at the top of the key, now going right to Taz Cortez, who has checked into the contest. He came in for Money Hunt. Lionberger with it. He'll dribble over on the left side, dangerously close to the half-court line. Now moving forward, dashing forward, goes right to Cortez, who gets into the lane, tries to bump it down low, and is called for the offensive charge. Trying to find Boston James, and instead Pace putting his body on the line, and Taz Cortez will pick up his first foul. The Tigers up to 3 in this opening quarter. 4:40 to go in the first. Remains 6-2 Red Devils. Pace. Top of the key, dangerous pass, but finds Cook either way, who drives down low. Layup, no good off the glass. James on the board. Gets past one man. Sprints into the lane. Goes up. Off the glass, no good. Nothing going for either team, and no whistle called on either team, as Evanston will have the ball right back. Ball with Mendez, left wing, now down low to Cook. Fouled, and 1 to go along with it. Or actually, no, the shot didn't go. My apologies. Kind of looking through this window. Distorted my view a bit. Shot does not go, but 2 free throws on the way for Cook as Sam Eddy gets his second foul. The Tigers already up to 4. First free throw boinks out, no good. Arrington Purvis checking back into the contest. He'll come in for Eddy, who again just got his second. First action of the afternoon for Arrington Purvis. Cook knocks down the second free throw to make it a 5-point lead, 7-2. 4:07 to go. Kick out left. Purvis for 3. Swish from the left wing. Arrington Purvis pulls Rock Springs right back within 2. Now back down the court. Evanston quickly down the court before I can even mark down the stats. Kicked out to Pace. Now back top of the key. Cook nowhere to go. Stopping at the free throw line. Dishes right side. 3 ball. Pings out, no good, but Pace on the rebound and Pace on the putback for 2 more. Evanston make it 9-5. 3:25 to go in the first quarter. A closely contested game. I had a feeling looking at the schedule for this one, this could be very close throughout. Purvis, another 3 ball, misses, but goes down low to get his own rebound, but he can't get rid of the ball before he's called for the travel. Good hustle play, but nothing coming of it for these Tigers. Searle checking in, Mendez checking out. Quick 30-second timeout called by the Tigers. Let's take one alongside them as Evanston leads 9-5.
Brokerage Southwest is a proud supporter of the Rock Springs Tigers athletics. We are proud of every single athlete and their dedication to bettering themselves each year. Everyone at Brokerage Southwest wishes the Rock Springs Tigers good luck in tonight's game. Brokerage Southwest, helping you find your home today so you and your family can enjoy tomorrow.
For the next big community project.
Back to it here at Rock Springs High School, the first day of the 4A West Regional Basketball Tournament, and it's a close one early on for the homestanding Tigers, down to Evanston by a score of 9-5. Still 3:14 to go in this first quarter, but Evanston has had a little bit of the better of it so far. Coming out of the timeout, no changes in personnel, at least for Rock Springs. Evanston basketball out of the timeout, moving past the timeline. Searle going up top to Pace. Now to the left with Riker Lind, won't go very far. Pace up top against Boston James. Kick out to the right, finding Searle. Searle double teamed and drawing a foul right in front of the Tigers student section. Whistle going against Savon Thomas, his first. Tigers fourth. They did have him up to 4 earlier, but changed that during the timeout. Evanston holding on to the basketball on the inbound. Long pass backwards to Pace. He spins, loses control, and falls to the hardwood. Boston James on the steal, the foul, and the bucket. A big momentum change on that one. Rock Springs, a chance to tie, to get within 1. Not quite tie, but getting within 1 is Boston James, his first points on the score sheet. Pace will pick up his first to make it a 1-point game. Boston James swishing the free throw. 3-point play complete. It's 9-8. Evanston on top by 1. Now ball with Evanston. 1-point game. Driving and scoring. That's Mendez just getting it the ugly way underneath the paint. Restores a 3-point lead for the Red Devils, 11-8. That's just a hard-fought offensive play. Lionberger with the ball on the right wing. Kicks it to Boston James near the right side corner, who goes to the baseline, fires for 2, pings out, no good. Rebound by Cortez. He'll drive along the baseline, scoops it up top. James for another 3 ball, too far, too wide, and it goes back to the Red Devils. Driving up to the baseline is Cook. Now down low, 2-pointer up and good. That's Cook. It was Hill who drove it up first. Cook gets the 2, and Evanston right back up by 5, 13-8. Minute 55 to play in this first quarter, and a steady 2-possession lead for the Red Devils. Lionberger over in the far left corner, up top to Purvis, now back with Samuel. He'll get the screen from Arrington, won't find much room off of it, backs up a few more steps. Directing the traffic, kicks left. James gives it right back to Lionberger, who slashes to the free throw line, goes right to Savon Thomas. Kicks it to James. Tied up in the paint. Lionberger catch and shoot 3. Can't find it off the glass. Cook on the rebound, and back to Evanston, a chance to build this lead. Ball right back at the top of the key with Searle. Dribbles a couple of steps. Actually, Searle has it now. Dribbled back left, and a foul called. That's going to lead to bonus free throws. That's the 5th foul on the Tigers this quarter. Whistle against Samuel Lionberger, his first, and again 5 for the Tigers. Bonus free throws on the way for Riker Lind. Lind with 2 points in the first quarter. Chance to add 2 more, drills the first. Andrew Moneyhun checking in for Boston James for the Tigers. Second free throw, good as well. Makes it 15-8, a 7-point lead. As we tick down to the final minute of the first quarter. Rough start for these Tigers. Looking to end the quarter on a strong note. Moneyhunt on the near right side wing. Passes to Lionberger. His shot is partially blocked. Tipped along the baseline, but Evanston has it. Hill picks it up, now goes down low. It's a catch and release shot, won't fly. Tipped up, still in the air, and Evanston has it. Tigers, 2 players were going for that rebound, and it ends up going to the opposition. Hill up top, 30 seconds to go in the quarter. Pass back top of the key. Evanston looking for somewhere to go with it, down to the final 18 seconds of the quarter. Savon Thomas, good one-on-one defending, almost forces the steal. Dribbled up top, nowhere to go for Cook, and a timeout called by Evanston with 11 seconds to go in the quarter. We'll take a short one alongside them, back in half a minute to close out the first quarter.
Tears are needed. We'll be here to serve and give back to our communities. For whatever comes next, Nebraska Land Bank, member FDIC. For your next big trip or next adventure, there's Nebraska Land Bank community-minded checking, made for ease and simplicity, and made for whatever comes next. Nebraska Land Bank, member FDIC.
Back to the action, just a few seconds left in the first quarter as Evanston up by 7 on the Rock Springs Tigers. That's first round of the regional tournament, 15-8 the scoreline. Doesn't end the season if you lose this game, but it makes the rest of your regional tournament that much more stressful. Heading down to the lower bracket. Tigers do have a favorable matchup if they do drop this, but for now, the final 10 seconds of the first quarter. 3-point shot for Evanston, good! From the left side corner, that's Searle from downtown. Final shot for Savon Thomas of the quarter, won't go. And it's a 10-point lead for Evanston, 18-8. Heading into the start of the second quarter. We'll be back for that second quarter in just a moment.
Scattered, let First Bank of Wyoming simplify your life. We offer a full suite of banking services all under one roof. Checking, savings, loans, credit card services, we've got you covered. Plus, convenient online banking with our new top-notch mobile app will keep you in control anytime, anywhere. First Bank of Wyoming, division of Glacier Bank, the only stop you need for all your banking needs. Member FDIC, equal housing lender.
Start your day the right way at Jack's Crepes. Our cafe at 1977 Dewar Drive, Suite G in Rock Springs serves up fresh, quality crepes and Wyoming-grown coffee. Indulge in our sweet and savory options for breakfast, lunch, or a chill afternoon snack. Relax with free Wi-Fi and board games in our comfy space and take a break from your busy schedule. Give us a ring at 307-350-1003. It's more than just drinks. It's a wholesome experience.
And welcome back into Tigers Gym. Time for the start of the second quarter. And the Tigers have a little bit of work to do early on in this regional tournament, down by 10 to the Evanston Red Devils, 18-8. Again, a loss here does not end the season. Makes things a lot more difficult as it will be. I'll have to look at the bracket a little bit deeper later on. But for now, second quarter underway. Rock Springs basketball moving left to right as we start the second. Ball with Arrington Purvis up top to start the second quarter. Now kicked out to Taz Cortez on the right side, who dribbles to the free throw line, kicks it to Boston James on the left. He'll stop in the corner, drives into the paint, floats it down low for Moneyhunt, who gets 2. Positive start as Andrew Moneyhunt up onto the board for his first points this afternoon. Cuts the lead down to 8 for Evanston, 18-10. Tigers need a couple good defensive possessions now as Cook, dribbling forward on the baseline, draws the first foul of the quarter before the shot. Foul going against Arrington Purvis, his first team foul. Inbound, firing for 3, no good. And a quick rebound by Boston James keeps it with the Tigers. Now down by just 8, trying to battle back in. Up top, Moneyhunt to the free throw line. 2-point jumper. nestles into the bottom of the net. 2 buckets in a row for Andrew Moneyhunt, and the Tigers are within 6. 18-12. So far, so good. Ball with Cook at the free throw line. Now up top to Mendez, who gets passed up with the screen. Can't find the layup. Tigers ball. Moneyhunt bounce pass to Boston James. He sprints down low, floats it to Leyenberger in the right side corner, who stops and lets the rest of the play come back. Give and go to Leyenberger. Spins around and gets 2. Leyenberger's first point of the afternoon cuts it down to a 4-point game, a 4-0 run by the Tigers to start the second. 18-14, and a steal by Taz Cortez. Sprinting down the court, easy layup. Taz makes it a 2-point game. Just like that, 18-16. Tigers an 8-0 run to start the quarter, almost getting a steal. Remains Evanston basketball, but a fantastic start as Pace checks back in for Evanston. Cannot ask for a better start to the second. Just a 2-point game now, down by 10 to start the quarter. Almost stolen back. Pace manages to evade Boston James. High pass, and it's a foul against Arrington Purvis. I'm going to disagree with that one. I'm going to humbly disagree with that one. The ball was over the head of Purvis. He reached up and got the steal, but the official says Arrington did a little too much pushing beforehand. Getting his second foul, the Tigers' second. Up top to Cook. Long cross-court pass. We'll go to Mendez on the left side. 2 minutes gone in the second quarter. Just a 2-point game. The Tigers come out swinging. Currently an 8-0 run by Rock Springs. Leyenberger. Pass, and it's right to Cortez on the steal. Moneyhunt is called for the charge. The whistles are just going against the Tigers. That's just an undeniable fact to start this second quarter. Now up to 3 fouls. Moneyhunt will get his first, but negates what would have been the tying bucket. 18-16, the scoreline remains Evanston basketball. Ball with Searle. He gets closed down by Moneyhunt. Nowhere to go in that corner. Manages to get rid of it to Pace up top. Now kicking over to the left, Mendez. Ball to Cook along the baseline. He gets closed out. The backwards hook shot for Cook is good and ends the scoring drought. 4-point lead for Evanston, 20-16. This one has remained close. Evanston went up by as much as 10, but Tigers, pardon my pun, roared back to start the second. Moneyhunt kicking to Andre Hilton. Now with Cortez, spinning around, floating it down low, looking for Hilton. He keeps it alive along the baseline. Tries to keep it alive as Leyenberger, but he steps out and it's a turnover. Ball goes back to Evanston with a 4-point lead, just under 5 minutes to go in the half. We'll take a 1-game intermission between this as Eric Pauly will essentially just take my spot here in the press box for the Green River Wolves basketball game that's coming up directly after this one. But we'll be back here at 5 o'clock for the girls contest. But Sam Leyenberger diving down low, gets the steal and the timeout called before a travel can happen. Heads up play by Coach Spence, and we'll take a minute alongside the Tigers. We just got a 4-point game when we come back.
At Carpet One, we are here to floor you. With our great selection of quality products, our knowledgeable staff, and our excellent installation. Get a custom-built shower, luxury vinyl throughout your living spaces, and recarpet the bedrooms. And on top of that, get new window treatments throughout the house. We even have financing available. Come in and see us today and let us help you create your dream home. J.C. Jacobs Carpet 1, 1477 Dewar Drive, Rock Springs in the Plaza Mall.
If you find yourself in need of a little extra food for your dollar, don't miss the buy one, get one for $1 deal at your local McDonald's. For breakfast, enjoy sausage McMuffins, hash browns, and more for just $1 with purchase. Or lunch and dinner, grab an extra hot and spicy McChicken, double cheeseburger, 4-piece nugget, or small fry for just $1. Satisfy your hunger and save some cash at your local McDonald's location in Rock Springs and Green River.
Back at Rock Springs High School, a close battle in the first round of the 4A West Regional Tournament. Evanston with a narrow lead, 20-16. Tigers ball as we come out of this timeout. Still 4:40 and counting left in the second quarter, so a lot of basketball left to be played here. But this one is as close as it looked on paper, at least to this humble broadcaster. Over to the left side, Savon Thomas for three. That one rims out, goes all the way around the rim. Rebound by Riker Lind. Evanston basketball with Cook. Searle on the right side makes his way to the top of the key, closed out by Cortez, who has really shined these last 3 or 4 weeks of this regular season coming into the playoffs. Pass along the baseline, tipped, and it goes back to Evanston, who will convert with a quick two-pointer. That's Cook. All on the baseline, expands the lead back up to 6 for Evanston, 22-16. Savon Thomas with the basketball for the Tigers. Goes right to Cortez. Up top, Money Hunt gets the screen. Long two-pointer, good for Money Hunt, just in front of the three-point line, so it stays 2, but a good bucket nonetheless, makes it 22-18. Ball with Cook, or Hill rather, down low to Mendez, who finds 2 more. Mendez, one of the shorter players on the court for either team, but he played big under the bucket that time, 24-18. Money Hunt for 3, no good. James clutching the rebound, fouled, and the bucket to go. James with the chance at a 3-point play can pull the Tigers back within 3. There we go. Waiting for the scoreline to update on the scoreboard. 24-20. Boston James, 5 points. He had a 3-point play in the first quarter to make it a 1-possession ball game. Money Hunt getting some sideline guidance before the second free throw. 3-point play complete for Boston James. 6 points on the game and a 3-point contest, 24-21. Evanston on top with the basketball. 3 minutes and change left in the second. Good Euro step play, and that's a quick 2 for Jay Hill. Nothing too crazy fancy about it. Just found his way into the paint and picked up 2. 26-21. With Money Hunt. Handing off to Cortez. He'll dribble to the top of the key. Goes to Savon Thomas. Dribbling to the free throw line. Going left to Cortez, now finding Money Hunt once again. Dribbling along the baseline, fadeaway jumper, no good. Tipped, rebounded by Hill. Evanston basketball, almost stolen away, but the Red Devils pass out of it. Now into the right corner. Mendez down low to Pace against Leyenberger, blocked and stolen away. Keeps it inbounds to Cortez as Leyenberger with the defensive stand. But it's stolen right back. Mendez stepping in front of the pass for the Red Devils. Blocked, but fouled. Mendez will head to the line. Leyenberger will pick up his 2nd of the game, and the Tigers up to their 4th of the quarter. Foul discrepancy has definitely been against the Tigers. Just 3 fouls all game on Evanston. Tigers were in the bonus in the first quarter and just 1 away from the bonus here in the second. Not complaining, just the facts. The whistles have gone against the Tigers, at least in this first half. Free throw up and good. Mendez shot the first 2 free throws and a technical foul done before the opening tip. And that's kind of, I don't know, it's kind of soured the first half. A chance for Evanston to go up by 7. Mendez from the free throw line hits it. 6 points for Mendez, a 7-point lead for Evanston, 28-21. Just over 2 minutes to go in the half. It's been a rough one for Rock Springs. Every minute, every possession mattering in this postseason play. Driving in Money Hunt, kicking out to Savon Thomas, and an offensive foul! Pace put his body on the line. Money Hunt called for the offensive charge, and there's 5 on the Tigers. The good news, bonus free throws don't trigger on offensive fouls, but a frustrating half continues for the Tigers as now Money Hunt will take a seat on the sideline. Sam Eddy checking in for him. Eddy also has 2 fouls. So far, looking pretty good for Evanston. A chance to build a pretty good lead heading into the halftime locker room. Mendez on the right corner will kick it back up top. Now to the left, finding Lind. Goes back to Mendez, opposite corner. Looking for pace, but it's blocked by Cortez, and Hilton comes down with it for Rock Springs. Tigers basketball, Boston James on the left wing, goes center court, fires for two, and it drops in. James pulls the Tigers within 5, 28-23, a minute 20 to go in the first half. Two-point shot for Evanston, up and no good. 28-23, a minute to go in the first half. Savon Thomas over on the left sideline. He'll have Boston James dribbling to his left, getting into the lane and draws a foul. Evanston just picking up their second foul of the quarter. Whistle, I believe, against Pace. Yes, and that's Pace with his third. That is one to keep an eye on. Pace, a big contributor under the bucket for Evanston. For now, he'll sub out. Searle checks in for him. .49 seconds to go in the half. High inbound pass to Sam Eddy. Back with Savon Thomas. Just 40 seconds left in the half. Tigers down by 5. Thomas goes back to the top of the arc, finding Boston James, dribbles, goes right to Hilton. He'll go to Eddy. 29 seconds in the half. Eddy off the glass, hook shot no good. Rebound by the Red Devils. Well ahead is Searle. Now Mendez gets 2. 30-23. Tigers just need something before the halftime whistle. 15 seconds and change, or 15 seconds and counting. Now down to 10. James up top. Dribbles right off the screen. Gets into the edge of the paint. Fires for 2. Ping pongs out of the rim. No good. Final shot of the half will be well too strong, and it'll be a 7-point lead for the Evanston Red Devils. In the first round of the 4A West Regional Tournament, Evanston leads at the half 30-23. When we come back, the Trona Valley Federal Credit Union halftime show.
More than a dozen specialty clinics are offered on our College Drive main campus, with providers who specialize in obstetrics, gynecology, pediatrics, internal medicine, neurology, urology, pulmonology, nephrology, orthopedics and sports medicine, ENT allergies, and general surgery. We also have a state-of-the-art radiation and hematology oncology clinic, working hand in hand with your primary care physician to provide expert health care at home for every patient, every time.
Hey everyone, this is Romney Pediatric Dental. With school and sports starting up again, don't forget to make an appointment to attack that plaque. Dr. Romney is a trained pediatric dentist who specializes in all dental needs, offering various types of sedation options as needed. Our team creates a fun and calm environment, and Dr. Romney does a great job of providing comfort and putting your child at ease. We are located at 657 Pilot View Avenue, downtown Rock Springs. Give us a call today at 307-362-3125 to schedule an appointment. Good luck to all the sports teams and have a great school year.
Rushmore Furniture. The name may seem familiar, and that's because they've been a staple in Rock Springs for over 75 years. Rushmore Furniture, family owned and operated, which means you work with local people on their showroom floor and with local people when they deliver to you on your living room floor. They carry genuine Lazy Boy with lifetime warranties on the reclining mechanism, offering a large selection of GE appliances, and they're your local Sealy and Serta distributor. Stop in and see them at Rushmore Furniture, 19 K Street, Rock Springs.
Hi, this is Shyla Sims with Solvay. The employees at Solvay would like to wish all activities the best of luck this season. We would also like to remind you to rally around good sports. Being a good sport, whether you are playing or in the stands, is something to hang your hat on. Please rally around good sportsmanship. Also, we take safety serious at Solvay, and we hope you have a safe experience while playing or traveling to activities. Again, best of luck to you from all the employees at Solvay Chemicals.
In a changing world where times aren't always easy, you learn a lot about your community. Stick around long enough and see who leaves when the going gets tough and who stays to support and build people up. State Bank has served Sweetwater County since 1997. They were founded by locals, were run by locals, and they exist for locals. That will never change. They just want to let you know that they're here to stay. With branches in Green River, Rock Springs, and now Evanston, they invite you to stop by anytime and see why State Bank is where the West banks best. Member FDIC and equal housing lender.
Hello? No, hey, Bob. No, I'm just out here on the river. I can't believe my phone works out here. Yeah, I'm with Union. Okay, I'll call you when I get back to the office.
Are you looking for a new set of tires for your piece of heavy equipment, construction, farm equipment, or commercial vehicles? Well, let the experts at the Tire Den Point S steer you in the right direction. They compare the functions and features to get the right tire for your needs. And new tires are not all they do for your commercial vehicles. The Tire Den provides preventative maintenance and wheel alignments, extending the life and safety of your vehicle. Give the Tire Den a call at 382-4700. That's 382-4700, or stop by 202 Industrial Drive in Rock Springs. The Tire Den, keeping Wyoming rolling since 1975.
High school sports. We love it. We support it. We're your #1 fan. Trona Valley is your local credit union, and we're proud to invest in relationships that go far beyond banking. We're proud to invest in the lives of our young members and their love for sports. You are champions in our community, and we're here to support you all the way, on a court, on the field, or elsewhere. Together, let's develop lifelong successful financial habits. You're awesome. Trona Valley, member NCUA. TronaValley.com. We're here for you.
Join United Rentals, the world's largest equipment rental company and proud Tigers sponsor at 1101 Rocky Circle, supporting our community through sports, serving 49 states and 10 Canadian provinces. Their reach is unparalleled. For top quality equipment and excellent service, reach them at 382-6177. United Rentals, powering your projects and empowering our youth through the sponsorship with local sports. Go Tigers!
Welcome back into Tigers Gym and the Trona Valley Federal Credit Union halftime show. First day of the 4A West Regional Tournament, and the Tigers have a bit of work to do if they don't want to drop into the lower bracket, as they are losing to Evanston right now at the half, 30-23. Looking at halftime stats, starting with the Evanston side, Mendez has 8 points, leading the way for Evanston. Riker Lind with 4, Hill has 2, Cook with 7, Pace has 4, and Searle with 3. Evanston shot 5 for 8 from the free throw line in that first half. On the Tiger side of things, Samuel Leyenberger 2 points, Taz Cortez 2 points, Andrew Moneyhun with 6. Boston James leads the Tigers with 8 so far, Sam Eddy with 2, and Arrington Purvis with 3, rounding out the scoring. Tigers only 2 attempts at the stripe in the first half, both by Boston James, and both were good. So there's something just right that stares at you right away on the score sheet. Tigers are not getting to the line. I mentioned it a bit. Foul calls just went against the Tigers in the first half. That's just the facts of it all. That's something the Tigers are going to have to figure out a way to do, whether that's driving more into the paint. They've got the big boys to do it, try to draw a couple more fouls and get to the free throw stripe, because this is a pretty accurate team from the free throw line when they do get to the free throw line. 62% on the season. They've got multiple players shooting over 60% from the line, including Moneyhun shooting 85%. James has shot the most free throws, 64%. Leyenberger 69%. Savon Thomas 78%. So plenty of good free throw shooters on this team. Just need to find ways to get to the line. Even Sam Eddy 53%. Plenty of good shooting from the stripe on this team. Just need to find ways to get to the line. More three-point attempts wouldn't hurt either. Just one three-pointer made in that first half from Arrington Purvis for the Tigers. I do want to shout out a couple of folks that helped make this possible, because I mentioned I have more time to talk about this. NFHS and SVI have had a long-standing, decade-long plus agreement to allow SVI to stream these regional games. No joke. NFHS pulled that agreement yesterday. Just beautiful stuff from the NFHS. The good news here is we're still on the video stream because a couple of local businesses in Afton stepped up. And I'm not going to say how much it was, but thousands of dollars is what I'm going to say. Well, very last minute. So a big shout out to Silver Star, serving communications with customers in Western Wyoming and Idaho since 1912. An avid supporter of local communities. A big thanks to Silver Star. You can find out more about them visiting silverstar.com. And Bank of Star Valley, the other business in Afton that allowed us to stream this regional tournament through video. Bank of Star Valley, watch your money grow. The Bank of Star Valley CD. Learn more at BOSV.com. So a shout out to Silver Star and Bank of Star Valley, as well as our Tiger sponsors, helping get us out over the air. And as always, shout out to SVI for helping us get out over the air on these regional tournaments through the video stream. What we're going to do next year for regionals, I am not too sure. I'm not too sure. It's hard to say what we're going to do next year for regional tournaments, but we'll cross that bridge when we get to it. For now, we're going to enjoy the rest of this regional tournament in the second half of this contest, starting in just a couple of minutes. It's Rock Springs down by 7 as we start the next half. It's Evanston 30, Rock Springs 23. Back in a minute for the third quarter here on TRN Sports.
Western is a fantastic option when it comes to higher education. We're awarded consistent upper rankings year to year from entities such as University HQ, College Factual, and Intelligent.com. But don't just take their word for it. Listen to what our own students had to say about why they love Western.
The sense of community that this campus has.
Intramurals are always fun, in my opinion.
They like all of the instructors and the coursework.
The tuition is very affordable.
I have awesome teachers. They're personal and great.
There's always an adventure when you're here.
Distracted driving is dangerous, but some people just can't seem to help themselves. There's the steering wheel propper, the sneak-a-peeker, the fast roller, the night-lighter. And it's not long until they become the fender-benderer, the got-a-ticketer, the veering off the road, the driver who kills someone. Enough with the phones already.
Welcome back to Tigers Gym as we get started with the second half of this first round matchup of the 4A West Regional Tournament. Evanston leading Rock Springs to start the third quarter, 30-23. I mentioned this in the pregame, that this one was likely, just on paper, this one is likely to be close, and we've seen that. Evanston's led by as much as 10. The Tigers have battled back, but have not had the lead in this one throughout the contest. Evanston has been on top the entire time, and Evanston has the ball going left to right as we start the third quarter at Tigers Gym. Stakes cannot be higher than the regional tournament. Ball back up top with Lind. Now goes right to Mendez, stops on the wing against Andrew Moneyhun. Passing to Lind in the paint. He'll spin to his right. Tries to look for the outlet pass, but it goes over the head of his intended target, Cook, and it's back with Rock Springs. Ryanberger to the free throw line, pulling back, finds Andrew Moneyhun. Stops up top with Sam Eddy. Hands off to Savon Thomas, who will slow the play down, bouncing right to Ryanberger. Tigers need to find more ways to get into the paint and draw more fouls. They're a good free throw shooting team. I mentioned that a bit in halftime. Down low, Sam Eddy can't find the shot to go. That was the right idea, but the final shot is lacking, and it goes back to Evanston, who remain on top by 7. Mendez dribbling his way towards the edge of the post and now pulling back up top. Goes to Hill, now left side with... It was with Lind for a moment. Now back up top to Cook, finding Pace, top of the key. He's swarmed by Boston James, won't find a whole lot of room. Lind now finding Hill, dribbles into the space. Pace, high pass, but it's corralled at the top of the key by Cook. Floats it to Lind, who's got some space, but Boston James on the block, bouncing out off the foot of a Red Devil, and it's Tigers ball. A great defensive play by the sophomore Boston James. Looked like a dangerous defensive attempt in terms of getting maybe an and one called. But James got it all ball on that, and it bounces, fortunately for the Tigers, off the foot of a Red Devil. 30-23 score line early on in the third quarter. Leyenberger handing to James, who bullies his way into the paint. 2-point shot won't drop in. Took a couple of unlucky bounces, and a foul against Savon Thomas at half court. That one against Savon, and Savon wears his emotions on his sleeves sometimes. He does a good job. He's never gotten too close, never gotten a technical, at least that I've called this season, but that was a frustrating foul at half court. Second personal for Savon, first team foul of the quarter for the Tigers. It's Mendez driving down low and picking up the first points of the second half and getting himself into double figures with 10. Makes it 32-23. Tigers need to get some offense going. Moneyhun, step back three. Pings out, too strong. Rebound by Cook, but he is swarmed by a couple of Tigers. Stolen away. James got the steal. He did get it away to Eddie, but a foul was called against the Red Devils before the play could happen. So Hill will pick up his first of the game. Red Devils first of the quarter as Taz Cortez checking in for Andrew Moneyhun. Cortez getting a lot more. He hasn't been starting yet, but he has been getting a lot more minutes over the last couple of weeks. Doesn't have gaudy scoring statistics, but for my money, one of the best defenders on this team. Savon Thomas on the inbound play, gets under the hoop and picks up his first bucket of the game. Much needed two for the Tigers, makes it 32-25 Evanston. Mendez making his way into the paint, fires way too high off the glass, but a rebound by Pace. Can't get that one to fall, and finally the Tigers get that defensive clearance. Savon Thomas down the far sideline, long 2-point shot, airballed, but down to Leyenberger, who gets the putback. A bit of forward momentum by the Tigers, cuts it down to a 5-point game, 32-27. 5 minutes to go in the third quarter. Evanston ball with Cook. He'll kick it to Lynn, now bouncing into the paint. That time looking for Cook, I should say. Pace to Lind, who gets down low along the baseline. He gets closed out. Tigers are packing the paint, and the pass too high. Stolen away by Cortez. Sprinting down the court, losing a handle on it, and Pace will get the steal the other way. 2v1 scenario, and the block, but it is a foul, and Sam Eddy will go up to his third of the contest. Just the second team foul on the Tigers, but that sends Riker Lind to the free throw line. Checking out Riker Lind's free throw stats. A 72% free throw shooter. Evanston 65% as a team. Lind hits the first. Lind's first point since the first quarter. Sam Eddy checks out. Arrington Purvis back in. Lind from the free throw stripe to make it a 7-point Evanston lead. Good. It's been a 4-4 quarter in terms of scoring so far, but that benefits Evanston, still up by 7, 34-27. Purvis finding James on the edge of the paint, drives his way in, and it's stolen away inside the paint. Down low to Pace on the fast break, finally drops in. 9-point lead for Evanston now, 36-27. Leyenberger, a contested two, drills it. 6 points for Leyenberger, averages about 16 per contest this season. 7-point game once again. Ball up top with Cook. Goes right side to Mendez. Lind bouncing down low. Pace again open, and Pace will pick up two. Pace with a dominant game so far. Shouldn't say dominant, he's been very good down low. 8 points so far. The lead back up to 9 for the Red Devils. Foul called right inside the paint, gonna go against Jay Hill. Getting his second and the Red Devils' second. Foul calls even this quarter, 2-2. Clock at 3:25 in the third. Time not on the side of the Tigers right now. Need to make this closer heading into the fourth quarter. Leyenberger gets the ball, goes down low, fires off the glass, is fouled, will head to the line. Foul going against Riker Lind. Lind will go up to his second of the game. Evanston, their third of the quarter, as Leyenberger will shoot 2. First one, good. Cuts it down to an 8-point game. Hill checks in, Pace checks out for Evanston. Clock it 3:17. Second free throw, no good. James battling for that rebound and can't get the shot to go. Now Evanston on the fast break, dribbling up, shooting, and getting the hook shot to go is Mendez. I don't even think Mendez thought that was going to go, but it drops in. 10-point lead, highest of the game for Evanston. The pass for Leyenberger, stolen away on the baseline, this time by Cook. Lind kicking right side to Mendez. Momentum on the side of the visiting Red Devils. Green River Green starting to pack into Tigers gym, as it'll be Green River facing off, I believe, against Star Valley up next. I'll double check the bracket in a minute. Pass in the paint, stolen away. It's Cortez, by my count, his third steal of the game. Thomas up for 2. Tigers do not need fancy points, they just need points, and they get a much needed 2 there. Quick 30-second timeout on the floor. We'll take one alongside them. Evanston leads by 8 with 2 minutes and change in the third quarter.
Wyoming Trucks and Cars has been serving Southwest Wyoming for over 2 decades. We offer our lifetime powertrain package, including oil changes and car washes on qualified vehicles. We offer full service and detail apartments, as well as our state-of-the-art Wyoming Trucks Wash and Lube. Our large indoor room as well as our outdoor lot hold a variety of makes and models for you to choose from. And of course, our friendly staff is here to answer all of your questions and help you find the vehicle of your dreams. It's all right here at Wyoming Trucks and Cars, 1503 Dewar Drive, where we're always looking for lifetime customers.
Single-digit ball game in Tigers gym as Evanston leads 40-32. Winner of this one facing off against Natrona County in the semifinals tomorrow evening. Meanwhile, the loser of this one will fight to keep their season alive against Jackson. Double checking that. Yep, it's Natrona County has made their way to the semifinals. They beat Jackson earlier today. And again, the loser of this one battling for their season against the Bronx tomorrow morning. That game would be at, I'll double check the time shortly, but for now it's a 2-point bucket for the Evanston Red Devils. I believe that was Searle who knocked it down. Foul gets called in the paint. Goes against Leyenberger. That'll be the 4th team foul for Evanston. That's Searle picking up his first. 2:03 left in the third. If the Tigers can keep this one close heading into the 4th, anything's possible, but right now a 10-point deficit, 42-32. Inbounded to Thomas, now back to Moneyhun, who dribbles his way down low but can't get the layup. Too high on the layup attempt. Evanston down the court quickly. It's that time with Lind. He'll go to Mendez, who can't find his way too far past James. James battling, trying to get the steal. Won't get it. Mendez recovers, and now the pass down low to Cook. Will go to Lind for 3. Pings out, but right back to Lind, who spins to his right in the paint. Goes to Searle back up top as we get down to the 92nd mark in the third quarter. James with tenacious one-on-one defending at the half-court line. Right side to Pace, or rather Hill, dribbling in, losing a handle and is fouled in the process. Hill will head to the line. Whistle will go against Thomas. Savon picking up his third. Tigers up to their third team foul. 1:23 left in the quarter. Hill can make this a 12-point game if he knocks down both of them. First free throw, no good. Bangs out of the rim. Taz Cortez back into the contest. He subs on for Savon Thomas. Second free throw, no good as well. It'll be a 12-15 start tomorrow for the loser of this one against Jackson. Down to the final minute 10 of the third quarter. Ball with Samuel Lionberger, dribbling his way to the free throw line, handing off. Cortez, down low. Shot is up and good. Taz Cortez, a much needed 2 for the Tigers. Cortez' second bucket of the afternoon. Makes it 42-34, 8-point game with 48 seconds to go in the quarter. Mendez dribbling his way top of the key. Stopping, goes left side, Hill. Now to Searle, back to Hill on the give and go, but can't get the layup to fall, and a foul goes against Evanston. I don't believe that'll trigger bonus free throws, but that is foul number 5. Foul goes against Cook, his first, but the 5th Evanston foul. So the Tigers can force their way back to the line with a foul in these final 36 seconds of the quarter. And okay, it was on the rebound, so it does appear the bonus free throws are on the way. I know they don't trigger on offensive fouls, but I suppose in that moment it is a defensive play. Arrington Purvis will go to the free throw line. Arrington not having the best season from the stripe at 36%, but knocks down that first free throw, no problem at all. 4 points for Arrington Purvis now. After that, he hit a big three-pointer in the first quarter and knocks down both free throws here. Good trip to the line for Arrington. Evanston ball with 30 seconds left in the quarter in a 6-point game, 42-36. As it stands, Tigers have outscored Evanston by a point in this quarter, but the Red Devils would still have the lead going into the fourth. 18 seconds. Cook on the left side, holding on to it against Purvis. Handing off to Mendez, who has some space, gets down low, off the glass, good for Mendez. Final 5 seconds of the quarter. Tigers down the court. Moneyhunt at the buzzer, off the glass and good. A big 2 for Andrew Moneyhunt. Just what the Tigers needed to close out the third quarter. Down by 6. They outscored Evanston by 1 in that quarter, but still down by 3 possessions, or by 2, I should say, heading into the final quarter.
There's nothing like hitting the movie theater. Fresh popcorn, the big screen, and comfortable recliner seats. Enjoy the movie theater experience in Rock Springs with the latest movies ready to enjoy in luxurious comfort. Take a load off at your local YO Movies location in Rock Springs. Check out movie times at yomovies.com and experience the magic of the movies.
Shopping for car insurance is confusing. Holy cow.
Great. Now we have a cow in our kitchen. Why did you say that?
Because I don't know what coverage to choose.
So just say the State Farm jingle. A State Farm agent can go over all your options with you and help choose coverage that meets your needs. Dude, cow, could you move?
Like a good neighbor, State Farm is there.
Visit Amber Kramer at State Farm Insurance in Rock Springs at 906 Stewart Drive. 1 more quarter to go. The Tigers down by 6 in the opening round of the 4A West Regional Tournament. Evanston leading 44-38 as we get the fourth quarter started. Again, a big shout out to SVI for helping get us out over the video stream for this regional tournament, all tournament long. Big appreciation for them helping us get through the quagmire of the NFHS. Ball with Samuel Lionberger. Tigers ball to start the fourth quarter, moving right to left. Lionberger on the right wing now goes down low to James, who cuts it down low to Sam Eddy, who can't get it to fall, but an offensive rebound. James spinning, can't get that shot to fall, and there's a foul as Eddy getting the offensive rebound. Both players take a tumble, but Evanston will get assessed for the foul. Red Devils' first foul of the fourth quarter and the third personal for Jay Hill. Three ball and a foul for Boston James. Or no, excuse me, Andrew Moneyhunt hit the three-pointer. That is a big one, a chance at a 4-point play. Exactly what the Tigers were looking for. 44-41. Moneyhunt's free throw no good, so a 3-point game it remains. Whistle went against Lind. Ball gets deflected on the inbound pass off of a Tiger. Makes it 44-41. Everything to play for in the final 7:25 of this fourth quarter. Ball with Mendez, who dribbles his way top of the key, spinning and drawing a foul. Not a lot there. Whistle will go against Taz Cortez. His second, Tigers first. Evanston already up to 2 fouls in the quarter. That was something I mentioned in halftime. Tigers need to do. 2-point shot, no good for Cook. Tigers ball down by 3. Down low, Sam Eddy loses a handle and is called for the travel as he slipped right along the baseline. That is not the first time people have slipped around, and the official is checking the hardwood, maybe see if anything needs to get cleaned up, but that is not the case. So it is a turnover for the Tigers, 44-41. Still Evanston ball. Tigers bringing out a bit of a press, but they do back off as Mendez will slowly get his way past the timeline. Now going left side, finding Searle against Boston James. Dribbling into the near corner, losing a handle, losing balance, tipped around the baseline, kept alive by Cook. He'll go up top, 3 ball, good for Evanston. Got to check who that is. That's not on my original roster, and in fact, Brenner Lynn was who knocked down that one. That is a big 3 for Evanston late in this one. First bucket for Lynn makes it 47-41 with 6.5 to play. Sam Eddy on the basketball. He's given plenty of latitude top of the key. Sam doesn't normally fire 3 balls. Doesn't this time. Cortez dribbling left, back up top to Eddy. Faking the handoff to James, now getting it to him, driving to the free throw line. Boston James for an awkward 2, no good. Cortez keeping it alive, bouncing it off a Red Devil, and a good heads-up play by Taz. Keeps it with Rock Springs under the basket. Arrington Purvis giving Sam Eddy a breather. 6 minutes to go. Red Devils by 6. Cortez high inbound, finds Purvis on the right corner. Up top to Boston James, now going to Lionberger, gets into the lane, pump fakes, kicks out right, Purvis 3, pings out, no good. Lionberger offensive board, foul, no foul, but does get the 2 points to go. Lionberger was certainly angling to try to get the foul, but 2 points are 2 points, 47-43. 4-point game with 5:39 to play. Mendez dribbling around the right side corner, now going up top to Searle. He'll go to Hill. Nowhere to go, or rather Lynn, nowhere to go in that corner. To Mendez on the right elbow. Needing somewhere to go with it. Can't find much room against Cortez. Now back up top, catch and shoot 3. Good, top of the arc. That's Searle knocking down a long-range triple to make it 50-43. 5:14 to play and a 30-second timeout called by the Red Devils. Let's take one alongside, and we'll come back to the fourth quarter. Evanston up by 7.
When my patients are happy, I'm happy.
I was exercising, and I could not continue to do the full rotation of my shoulder like I once had.
Dawn had a rotator cuff tear in her shoulder. It's a very common diagnosis that people get as they get older.
I've not experienced a surgeon like Dr. Allred. He is just very thorough, very patient, very kind.
I think there's no reason to go to a bigger town when you have the expertise right here in your backyard.
7-point game in Rock Springs. 5 minutes, 14 to play. Winner goes to the regional semifinal against Natrona County tomorrow night. The loser will play Jackson for their tournament life tomorrow afternoon at 12:15. Still just a 7-point game and a lot of time left. 5:14 to go here in the fourth. Rock Springs ball coming out of the timeout. Searle hit a big 3-pointer for Evanston before the break to make it the 7-point game. Top of the key, Lionberger dribbling his way right. Behind the back dribble, loses a handle on it and stolen away. Tangling up, forcing the jump, and Evanston will have it back regardless. Possession arrow favors the Red Devils. A big turnover, every possession becoming more and more critical late in this fourth quarter. Now on paper, whoever loses this game should have the should be favored over Jackson, who have had just a rough season. But Tiger, you can't go down into that lower bracket feeling happy as Mendez picks up 2 more. He's got 16 on the game, and the lead up to 9 for Evanston, 52-43. Tigers need something. James has that one poked out. It will remain with the Tigers on the baseline. Won't have a whole lot of time after this one for post-game. We'll give you post-game stats. We'll have to make way for the voice of the Wolves, Eric Pauley. He'll be gearing up for the Green River game coming up shortly after the conclusion of this one. But we'll be back at 5 for the Lady Tigers taking on Star Valley. Lionberger, long 2, no good. Dribbling and keeping it alive is Lind. But the Tigers missing out on more points, and we're just about to the halfway point of the 4th quarter. Ball right side, Lim. Going down low, that shot blocked. That shot draws a foul. That'll send Cook to the free throw line late in this ball game. A chance to make it an 11-point game if he knocks down both. Boston James picking up his 2nd foul of the contest. 2 free throws on the way, 2nd team foul. Cook's first free throw, bangs out, no good. Cook on 7 points in this ball game. Second free throw up and good for Cook. It does make it a 10-point ball game, 53-43, halfway through the 4th quarter. Savon Thomas goes right side, finding Moneyhun, gets down low, can't get the layup to fall. Another missed opportunity for the Tigers. Mendez on the basketball as we hit the 3-minute 54-second mark. Things getting away from the Tigers. Need a steal, need points. And they'll get the steal. Savon Thomas stepping in front of that pass. Wrangles and is fouled at half court. Searle was diving for that basketball and hit Savon. Not a malicious play by any stretch. But that is a foul, 10 times out of 10. Searle picking up his 2nd, Red Devils' 3rd team foul. 3:44 left for the Tigers in this first round, down by 10. Again, you favor the Tigers against Jackson. Rock Springs had no problem dealing with the Bronx earlier this season when they came to visit, but every game, getting into that upper bracket early is critical in these tournaments. Savon Thomas draws a foul under the bucket, will shoot 2, couldn't get the shot to fall. I mentioned it earlier in the broadcast, Savon, one of the more accurate free throw shooters on this team, 76% coming into this regional tournament. Has only shot 18 free throws throughout the year. First one here bangs out too strong. Savon on 4 points. Moneyhun leading the Tigers with 11 points on the ball game. To pull it back within single digits, Savon Thomas from the stripe. Knocks it down. 53-44, 3.5 minutes for the Tigers to battle back down by 9 points, forcing the double team trap. Evanston pass their way through it, and now numbers in favor of the Red Devils. Searle down low, can't hit the 2. Tipped back up. Oh, and there's a foul. Cortez running into Hill on the rebound attempt. Cortez will pick up his 3rd foul of the game. Tigers will pick up their 3rd of the quarter. And we're seeing the Rock Springs response to that, but that was a clear foul. I'm wanting it to not go against the Tigers, but that one was pretty clear, and a whistle and a timeout called by Evanston, avoiding the pressure. We'll take a minute alongside the teams. 9-point difference with 3 minutes to go. Evanston on top.
Are you a do-it-yourself junkie tickled by all things auto? Then toot your horn for Bridgerland Car Quest. We're your one-stop spot for every repair and maintenance quest. Find us parked at 24 Meadow Street, Mountain View, 73 US 30, Diamondville, Wyoming, or 2400 Foothill Boulevard, Rock Springs. Can't find a wrench? We're at your end of the phone at 307-786-2400. Made for DIYers, located for convenience, Bridgerland CarQuest. We're where you need us when you need us.
Brokerage Southwest is a proud supporter of the Rock Springs Tigers athletics. We are proud of every single athlete and their dedication to bettering themselves each year. Everyone at Brokerage Southwest wishes the Rock Springs Tigers good luck in tonight's game. Brokerage Southwest, helping you find your home today so you and your family can enjoy tomorrow.
3 minutes, 16 to go in the fourth quarter. Tigers battling to avoid dropping into the lower bracket of the regional tournament. Down to Evanston, 53-44. Evanston basketball coming out of the timeout. They'll start deep in the defensive half. Mendez against Moneyhun, who I think intentionally fouled that time. No more left to give for the Tigers as a team, though. Third personal for Moneyhun. Trying to just avoid having Evanston burn any more clock late in this fourth quarter. Inbounded to Riker Lind against Boston James, and that is, that one certainly wasn't intentional, but James was just trying to play good defense. Unfortunately, gets whistled for his third. And now big free throws on the way, the rest of the way, as that was the fifth Tigers foul. Lind first free throw, bangs out, no good. Lind was 4 for 4 from the stripe before that shot. Coming into the fourth quarter, Red Devils 7 for 12 from the stripe. Lind knocks down free throw number 2 to make it a 10-point game once again, 54-44. Cortez bobbling the basketball a bit on that fast play. He'll keep it and go up top to Moneyhun, handing to Savon Thomas. Tigers can't afford to take too long on these plays. Kick out left. Cortez for 3. Bang! Knocks it down. Some play calls are so good, you got to steal them from the pros, and that was one of them. A big bang three-pointer from Taz Cortez makes it 54-47. 2:35 to play. Tigers need a defensive stop. Moneyhun, aggressive defense against Mendez. Left side to Searle. Now with Cook on the right elbow against Lionberger. Can't find room to get past him. Instead, down low, shot is up, shot is good for Cook. Found his way past Samuel Lionberger to pick up the two-pointer, makes it a 9-point game. Moneyhun, down low, awkward hook shot, no good. Evanston ball, and they're taking their time, past half court now. 2 minutes to play, Evanston by 9. Searle to Mendez, spinning to his left, stopping at the half-court paw. Tigers can't give up any more fouls. Got to find a way to get the ball back. Down to 1:45 to play, and Savon Thomas whistled for the foul. Savon up to 4, and that's going to lead to more free throws, this time for Searle. His first free throw attempts of the game, 8 points so far in this contest. Down to 1:45, things are getting away from the Tigers. First free throw pings out, no good. At the most, Searle can make this a 10-point game. Critically, a 4-possession game with just 1:45 to play. Second free throw, no good either, so no harm done on that foul. James called for the charge. Mendez took the hit. James will pick up his 4th. And you're starting to get the feeling that time may be just too short for the Tigers, down by 9. 1:39 to go. Tigers playing press on the inbound. Long cross-court pass will find Mendez, who bounces it left, and now the keep-away game begins for the Red Devils. Mendez draws a foul, and nobody was the officials are closer to the action than I am. That one just felt a little tight, personally. But that doesn't take away. Evanston has played a great ball game, and they have certainly, as it stands, they have certainly earned their trip to the semifinals. First free throw up and good. That's Mendez, making it a 10-point game. 17 points for Mendez with 1:29 to go. to make it an 11-point game. It's good. 58-47. Tigers need points, and they need them quick. On minute 25 to go. Leyenberger fadeaway 2. Ping pong's out, and that's just been how this game has gone. Mendez past the half-court line. Intentional foul will send Mendez right back to the stripe. Foul against James, and that's the 5th and final for Boston James, so that could very well put a comeback attempt on ice regardless. As Boston will foul out of the contest, 8 points. Was held scoreless in the second half. So as it stands, Rock Springs playing at 12:15 tomorrow afternoon against Jackson with their season on the line. Meanwhile, Evanston will advance to the semifinal to take on Natrona County tomorrow night. Second free throw good, or first free throw I should say, good for Mendez. Second free throw, just as good as the first, makes it 60-47. Final minute 15 to play. Kick out, Leyenberger for 3, good from the far right elbow. And the Tigers will call a timeout. Cuts it down to a 10-point deficit. We'll be back in a minute with just over a minute to go.
For the next big community project, for when volunteers are needed, we'll be here to serve and give back to our communities. For whatever comes next, Nebraska Land Bank, member FDIC. For your next big trip or next adventure, there's Nebraska Land Bank Community-Minded Checking, made for ease and simplicity and made for whatever comes next. Nebraska Land Bank, member FDIC.
Juggling multiple banks, feeling scattered? Let First Bank of Wyoming simplify your life. We offer a full suite of banking services all under one roof. Checking, savings, loans, credit card services, we've got you covered. Plus, convenient online banking with our new top-notch mobile app will keep you in control anytime, anywhere. First Bank of Wyoming, division of Glacier Bank, the only stop you need for all your banking needs. Member FDIC, equal housing lender.
Down to the final minute, 10 seconds. Certainly not over, but very tough for these Tigers. Down by 10, 1 minute, 10 seconds to play. Evanston leading 60-50. Again, on paper, you favor the Tigers tomorrow morning, or tomorrow early afternoon against Jackson, but rough sledding, I think, is the best term for it, going out of that lower bracket. Season not over, but a big loss in the opening round, as that'll be a foul right around half court, sending Evanston back to the free throw stripe. Jay Hill will head to the line. Whistle going against Taz Cortez, and he's fouled out. That's the second Tiger to foul out late in this fourth quarter. Searle 0 for 2 from the stripe, 8 points on the game. Or excuse me, Jay Hill to the line, I should say. Jay Hill also 0 for 2 from the stripe, but that changes there as he knocks down the first free throw. Down to the final minute 5. Second free throw, no good. 11-point deficit for the Tigers. Kick out right, Purvis for 3. No good. Offensive rebound by Savon Thomas. He'll bully his way down into the paint. Passes to Leyenberger. Goes back up top. Pump fake 3. Now to Leyenberger. 3 ball. Not going to find it that time. Spinning, passing to Thomas. He'll fire a 3. This one's in the bottom of the net. Savon Thomas triple. Keeps this one interesting, 61-53, final 30 seconds. Tigers have to intentionally foul, and Leyenberger does. Mendez will head to the line. Third personal for Samuel. Unfortunately, the scoring rush by Rock Springs too little, too late. No more timeouts to burn. So Mendez a chance to effectively put this one away. First free throw's good. Mendez has been a perfect 5 for 5 from the free throw line in this fourth quarter, coming up big in a clutch performance. 9-point lead for Evanston. Second free throw, no good. Final 30 seconds for these Tigers. Money Hunt steps back. Long pass. Thomas will leap up for it. Now, making his way to the rack, draws a foul. That will send Savon to the line. Whistle this time against Searle, making it his third. 5th team foul for Evanston. Savon first free throw, too strong. Final 22.8. It will be a Tigers loss in the opening round of this regional tournament. Second free throw. Up and good. 62-54, inbound pass, intentional foul, this time from Money Hunt. And Mendez again will shoot a couple more, but this one appears wrapped up. Money Hunt goes up to his 4th. Again, we'll be back right around 5 o'clock, maybe a little bit after 5 for the girls matchup. Lady Tigers taking on Star Valley. Probably, my guess, a little bit after 5. This game will end a little bit later. Next game set to start right around 3:30. Eric Pauly will have the call of that one on 104.9 FM, 1490 AM, and right back here on SVInews.com for the video stream. 3-point shot up, no good. Savon Thomas on the rebound, gets 2 more. And there actually was a timeout available to the Tigers. They'll take it, down by 8 with 13 seconds to go. We'll just stick with you for right now. It is a 60-second timeout, but we'll update you on kind of on how the bracket has been shaping up so far. Let's start with the girls' side of this regional tournament. Kelly Walsh getting the win over Jackson in the first game this morning, and Natrona County defeats Evanston, so that sets up a Casper battle tomorrow afternoon in the girls' semifinal. Meanwhile, again, Green River taking on Riverton. That game at 3:30, and then the Rock Springs girls against Star Valley at 5 o'clock to wrap up the girls' action for today. Looking at the boys' side of the bracket, Natrona defeated Jackson earlier today, so Natrona back into the semifinals, and as it stands, I don't see this changing. Evanston earning their trip to the semifinals. So it'll be Natrona against Evanston tomorrow at 6:45. The final 2 boys games today, it will be Kelly Walsh against Riverton at 6:45 and Star Valley against Green River, the nightcap at 8:15, wrapping this one up. So coming out of this timeout, should be Evanston basketball. They'll have the inbound pass. 13.1 left on the clock. Inbound and a quick foul, so you guessed it, more free throws, just kind of delaying the inevitable here. Evanston up 64-56. A good battle by Rock Springs to get their way back into this game, but unfortunately the scoring drive just came a little too late in this one. Free throws coming up for Jay Hill. First one's good. Second of 2, Hill knocks it down, makes it 66-56. With 11 seconds to go, Tigers just looking to add a couple more before starting to think about Jackson tomorrow. Money Hunt catch and shoot 3 off the side of the rim, and excuse me, that's how this one is going to end. The Evanston Red Devils defeat Rock Springs 66-56, the final score. Back in a moment for final stats, and then I got to get it out of the way for the next game. But Rock Springs will drop into the lower bracket and play for their season tomorrow afternoon against Jackson. Final stats when we come back.
Start your day the right way at Jack's Crepes. Our cafe at 1977 Dewar Drive, Suite G in Rock Springs serves up fresh, quality crepes and Wyoming-grown coffee. Indulge in our sweet and savory options for breakfast, lunch, or a chill afternoon snack. Relax with free Wi-Fi and board games in our comfy space and take a break from your busy schedule. Give us a ring at 307-350-1003. It's more than just drinks. It's a wholesome experience.
At Carpet One, we are here to floor you. With our great selection of quality products, our knowledgeable staff, and our excellent installation. Get a custom-built shower, luxury vinyl throughout your living spaces, and recarpet the bedrooms. And on top of that, get new window treatments throughout the house. We even have financing available. Come in and see us today and let us help you create your dream home. J.C. Jacobs Carpet 1, 1477 Dewar Drive, Rock Springs in the Plaza Mall.
If you find yourself in need of a little extra food for your dollar, don't miss the buy one, get one for $1 deal at your local McDonald's. For breakfast, enjoy sausage McMuffins, hash browns, and more for just $1 with purchase, or lunch and dinner, grab an extra hot and spicy McChicken, double cheeseburger, 4-piece nugget, or small fry for just $1. Satisfy your hunger and save some cash at your local McDonald's location in Rock Springs and Green River.
Wrapping things up, final scoring stats as Evanston defeating Rock Springs 66-56. The final score. Rock Springs dropping to the lower bracket against Jackson tomorrow afternoon, and Evanston will play in the semifinal against against Natrona County tomorrow night. Final stats on Evanston side: Mendez led the way with 21, Lind with 7, Hill with 7, Cook with 10. Pace had 8 and Searle with 9 rounding out the scoring. Evanston 18 for 31 from the free throw line. Rock Springs, Sam Lionberger with 12 points led the Tigers. Taz Cortez with 7. Savon Thomas and Andrew Moneyhun both with 11. Boston James had 8. Sam Eddy with 2, and Arrington Purvis had 5. Tigers 7 for 10 from the stripe. So we'll be back for the Lady Tigers shortly after 5 o'clock for that matchup between Rock Springs and Star Valley. Until then, I got to make way. Voice of the Wolves, Eric Pauly, getting set for his game that you can catch on 104.9 FM, 1490 AM, and on SVInews.com for the video stream. Thank you to all of you for joining me this afternoon. I'll be back at 5 o'clock. As always, thanks to Hannah back at the studio helping get us out over the radio airwaves. And until 5 o'clock,